Oh, the less said about that game, the better. Yeah. Well, yeah, not the result we wanted. I was a bit more cautious going into this game than a lot of other people were, and this is exactly why. But I must say, I didn't think Swansea were that good. It was just we were poor in the second half. We just didn't. We weren't getting close to the ball. We kept allowing them to pass it around with too easily, and I must admit, I've said about giving Jason Denier time, but even now, I'm starting to get losing a little bit of patience with him. Um, needlessly gave away the penalty and gave away the corner that led to their second. But even so, as a unit, you should still be able to defend that a lot better. Um, yeah, I mean, today was a missed opportunity really because I really felt we could have got out of the relegation zone. Even a draw, as it stood at the minute, would have took us out the bottom three. But what can you do? This is going to be typical if we end up somehow beating Chelsea, and we would need Chelsea to have a horrendously bad off day and us to somehow be on the real top of our game if we weren't to get anything. I'd be disappointed at home not to get anything, but I'm almost writing that game off. So Watford at home is a very winnable fixture next week. So I'm hopeful of getting 3 points there, but well, hopeful, but at the same time not very hopeful if that makes any lick of sense whatsoever. Anyway, I mean, on a slightly different note, lads, thank you very much for the guys who commented and supported on the 10 years on video. It was meant to be uploaded in 3 parts originally, but um, it was meant to be uploaded in 3 parts. But basically, my phone was being an idiot about it all because I couldn't upload it in 3 parts. So I had to upload it in 3 parts. So I couldn't upload it in one go. But I'm thankful for the support everybody's been given, and I appreciate that a lot. And obviously, I'll mention this now. Bradley Larry, you're one of the bravest little troopers I think I can ever remember because no one should ever have to go through that. As I've known lost someone now due to cancer, I know it's horrible, but my position's nowhere near as bad in some respects compared to what Bradley Larry's parents have to go through. No one should ever have to have their child suffer like that. But one thing that was definitely memorable for me rather, was Bradley Larry's smile. The fact he kept on smiling throughout the whole time, and he just doesn't seem to let it phase him. Honestly, he was such a brave boy and an inspiration, I think, to everybody. So even if this is his last Christmas, make it a blast. Let's just make it count. And thank you to everyone, and thank you to and any other football fans are watching this. Thank you for the support for the 5th minute for Bradley Lowry. Nice one, good on them. Just a shame the team didn't turn up in the second half today. But back onto the game, I mean, I thought first half, I thought we actually did relatively well, but I thought going forward we were so awful. The passing was too slow. I thought every time we got forward, we made the wrong decisions in the final third. We just didn't look up to the pace. And that's fair enough. I didn't expect us to look anywhere near as good as what we were last week, because last week we were outstanding. Whereas this week, we just didn't look up to the pace of the game. Well, I am a bit annoyed, well, quite angry actually, at the team deciding to concede the second goal within minutes of conceding the first one, because then means we practically gave the game away within the first 10 minutes of the second half. But what can you do? Sorry, I look half dead. But anyway, I've just had a decent time. Been at a friend's house, be at Paul's actually, funny enough, with Pete, who's gone now. But just spent time watching with them, watching Hot Fuzz. Once the game was over, so I was already might as well just watch Hot Fuzz during the game, to be honest. For those who've seen Hot Fuzz, you know how good a movie it is. I really love that film. But anyway, this is me rambling on as per usual. Nothing changes there, does it? Yeah, not the result we wanted, but I was really annoyed after the game, but I was trying to keep a perspective on things, and I think especially given that if any of those fans really are going back to Moyes out, Moyes out, Moyes out, which I'm getting sick of hearing by this point. I've already said many times, I still stand by this. I think Moyes will deliver in the long term. I think he needs the time to deliver in the long term. I do admit that today he should have made the changes and bringing on Kazri. Well, actually, wouldn't have chosen Kazri, was he? Bringing on Kirchhoff, Barini, etc. before it was 3-0, for example, or just to try and give us a smidgen of a chance of getting back into the game. But long term, I think he will deliver for us. But however, I did look at the Premier League table actually not long after the game ended, and we're only 1 point, and we're still in a no worse position than what we were beforehand. Although I am disappointed again because this was a must-not-lose game and we lost it, quite comfortably lost it. Um, Massive response expected and needed against Chelsea. I can accept we're going to have an off game, but you don't lose 3-0 to a team like Swansea. It's ridiculous, especially a team who was questioning their manager and all sorts of turmoil was going on at the club. You know, this was a win. To be fair play to Swansea, this is a win they needed, but it's not a result we needed by a stretch of the imagination. We needed to get a result here. I'm just hoping not everyone jumps on the anti-Moyes bandwagon, as what seems to happen before we started getting these wins. And I'm not saying if anyone wants Moyes out, fair enough, that's your opinion, but I completely disagree with it. I think we need to give him time, proper time. I'm talking the rest of the season at least, if not another season afterwards. But what more can you say? Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, drop likes down below, comment about all the usual stuff if you wish to. And again, thank you very much to everyone who supported us on the videos. I really honestly, people have no idea how much I do appreciate that. And just bloody Chelsea next, eh? Oh, that's going to be fun.